Hello and welcome. This is going to be a Mythic Society weekly event, first one in February. We're iterating on the Birgi shops deck that we've been working on with Matt Murray and those other players. Uh, Mostly casting Harnfell, Horn of Bounty, and then comboing off with Sensei's Divining Top. I basically cut some of the interaction to play some more payoffs. So in this list, I have an Immortal Sun, a Paradox Engine. Paradox Engine obviously works really well with all of my tapping artifacts that make mana. Immortal Sun has like a little extra text where it says spells cost one less, which makes your top infinite a lot of times. So I've been decently happy with both of them as their additions to the deck. Then I've just been playing around with the wish board. I have a Death Mark in here. Death Mark kills Collector Roof, Lavinia, and Archon. And then the rest is pretty similar to what we've seen in the past. So this is round one of that. I have the wrong deck. All right, we tried our best, but Magic Online said, "Nice job, idiot." All right, not Jewel Shops. Yo, shout out to Broccoli and Gully for their subs. Bunch of powerful wizards in chat tonight. Burning Birgi. At least we had a companion, so no one drew any hands, so no one can even be mad. You gotta love it. You just gotta love it. It's just how it be. Okay, so yes, round one of the day. Let's do it. This hand has no action, but I get to look at 3 cards deep to find action, and I have infinite mana, basically. So, not infinite mana, just a large amount of mana. All right. Well, we have mana, and that's we definitely have mana here. So I'm just gonna go Ruby. Oh, I should have gone Pearl. Well, now I can't play around Mind Break Trap, but I need the red mana more. I guess I'm gonna use the red mana no matter what, so it doesn't actually matter. I'm not playing Workshop out yet because technically Academy makes more mana. I hate this game. All right, well, I have 3 mana sources on the top of my deck, so yeah. I tried my hardest, chat, and my best just wasn't good enough. I figured with one colorless cantrip we would be fine. It turns out that was naive of me. Maybe I'll get wastelanded. Maybe everything will work out and I'll just get wastelanded. Literally any spell in Magic the Gathering would be good here, Slasher. Actual, factual, every spell in Magic the Gathering is castable. Not a true statement. There's a Trigon Predator in the sideboard? Oh, you know. There's a Vigor in the main as well. Yeah, I didn't really want to play Magic today anyways. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. They're just gonna play like Collector Roof here and laugh at me a little bit, you know? This whole like opponent tends to play this happened to me against Andy the other day too. No, it wasn't Andy, it was someone else. They just keep drawing like I think somebody went like Black Lotus, Collector Roof, and I was like, this is not fair. This is cheating. Yeah, all right. Can I concede? All right, I'm just gonna concede, chat. I don't really feel like playing through this. Sorry, chat. I just don't care. I see the 4th card down. Ooh, maybe it would have been good enough. All right, so I'm gonna bring in this Death Mark and this Blysteel Claw. Sorry, chat. Yeah, it's not. It's gonna be one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days. Is a Death Mark better? Death Mark is still better in my sideboard, so I can Burning Wish for it. Yeah, it's just how it be. Yeah, I know it was 4 turns away. It could still have been good 4 turns away. It's possible, right? I'm just gonna take out a LED or key. I'm gonna take out a key. Perfect. I could like board in Balance and Deathmark, but it's kind of better for them to be in my sideboard because I have Burning Wishes. So whatever. I mean, I took the risk. I went for the tops and spin and play, and then they just my the action wasn't there, and my opponent's Black Lotus was a little bit better than my 10 mana. So I don't know, kind of the story of my Magic day, to be perfectly honest. I mean, if it was one card, further up top, then we would have just cast it. But it wasn't. So yeah. Yeah, sure. So Mythic Society is a tournament organizer, and every week they host a vintage event through MTG Melee, which is also kind of a tournament organizing service. It does pairings and deck lists and that kind of thing. And then so MTG Melee, you sign up, you register, you put in your deck list, and then MTG Melee pairs you versus someone. You set up a match inside of the tournament practice room, and then you play, and then input the match result, and you just play out 4 rounds. It's kind of like an FNM basically for vintage. Usually like 10 to 30 players and people playing a little bit off the wall for fun because it's pretty low entry fee, and I mean the prizes are actually pretty good, but the entry fee is like you subscribe to their Patreon and then you get to enter all of their tournaments for a month, so it's like $6.50. Yeah, so it's anybody can enter. Wednesdays 7 p.m. Eastern, that kind of thing. All right, let's try again, chat. So I get to cast nothing. No bueno. All right, I'm just gonna mulligan this. This hand, I guess this hand is better than the other hand. So I'm just gonna turn off their Force of Vigors and Force of Wills to start, and then we'll spin and see what's going on. Defense Grid's very good in this deck. I've been very happy. I'm thinking about going to a 4th Defense Grid. Basically has to eat a force from them, or they don't get to interact on my turn, which is really important for them. I probably should have played this in the other order so this doesn't get Mindbreak trapped. But opponent has no Mindbreak traps, so basically Jeez, really? Okay. Opponent has no Mindbreak traps. What they do have is 4 Assassin's Trophies, 4 Force of Will, a Force of Negation, a Force of Vigor, 3 more Abrupt Decays in the sideboard, 2 Duress, 2 more Force of Vigor, and a Trigon Predator. Basically, we're dead. We're very, very dead. But it was nice that we signed up, I think. I mean, this is a very hateful version of Bug in terms of combating permanence. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is kind of why I didn't want to sign up with a fun artifact deck. This does tend to happen from time to time. Yes, but whenever I try to have fun, everybody else does not let me have fun. They're like, haha, isn't it fun to put an Archon of Emeria in play? And I say, no, that's not fun. I don't want to cast one spell every turn. Why did you ask? Oh, well, because you're casting one spell every turn. Oh, also your artifacts are turned off. All right, so technically I could Vampiric for a Time Vault here, but I do not have the mana to play and activate my key. So I think we're just getting an Ancestral Recall. Yeah, we're getting an Ancestral Recall because we got Workshop wasted. Now, if this also gets countered by a Force of Negation, we just say, well, we were never going to win in the first place. That wins the game, though, so that was pretty good. That was exactly 5 mana to go Demonic Tutor. Alright, okay, alright. Justin can stop complaining now. Justin may have high rolled that. Maybe. I don't wanna commit to saying that I did in fact high roll that, but this might have been what artifacts did to them. Yeah, I'm gonna get a Time Vault, and then I'm gonna cast my Time Vault, and then I'm going to take infinite turns. Yeah, that was a hell of an ancestral, let me tell you. That was something else. Can't cast that one. I'm gonna beat him down with a Birgi. Okay, great deck. Mostly deck building is just fantastic. So, you know, it's really credited to me, and that's a draw, isn't it? That's going to finish this game. Should I show them that I mean, I could technically not show them that I have a Blightsteel, but it also just ends the game, so. I mean, they also have 2 Okos in their deck, so it's not like Blightsteel's very good either. I just feel like it's kind of necessary if opponent's going to have 3 Force of Vigors in their deck. Must be nice, Karate. Must be nice. Must be. Yeah. Alright, well. Defense Grid very clearly won us that game, because Defense Grid got their Force of Will. I kind of think maybe we just want 4 Defense Grid. Just make them have it. Every time. That's my new feeling. How does one compete? How in the world do we win another game is a fantastic question. Look at this deck list, chat. Alex Mahone confirmed hates artifacts. Hates artifacts. Just loathes artifacts. They were like 4 Assassin's Trophy? Nah. 7 Assassin's Trophy. They were like 1 Force of Vigor main? Nah. 3 Force of Vigors. This is what Aaron feels like when someone comes in with the 15-card Dredge hate. It's insanity. It's wild. They don't care about spells at all. Alright, what's this hand look like? This hand is bad. This hand is quite bad. This hand has not enough mana to do... Well, this hand is not quite bad because I have horns. However, I just don't feel like I'm going to have my spells to play my horns, you know? You know? Like, I can't lead Workshop here, because if I lead Workshop, it's going to get wastelanded. So I have to go Gemstone Mine, Manifold Key, Mox Opal. I guess I don't have to play multiple spells in a turn because they don't have Mindbreak Trap. So I can just go Gemstone Mine, Manifold Key, pass, untap, Lion's Eye Diamond, or Mox Opal, Lion's Eye Diamond, play a Horn. I guess this is fine. It's not the best hand, but if we draw a Moxen, it's pretty good. If we draw a Moxen, then we have turn 1 Horn, so. Or they could just play Collector Roof. How does the bug deck that has 4 fast mana always have a Moxen? That's my okay. That is a that is not a collector roof. That one resolves. That one resolve. I mean, they all resolve. Ooh, hello. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go opal, LED, jet, workshop, horn. Or I could go opal, LED, jet, gemstone Birgi. I could go gemstone Birgi. Is that really better though? Doesn't seem like it is, no. Okay, they have Force of Vigor, right? Are you gonna Vigor my opal LED? No, they're not gonna. I mean, we can play the horn exactly this turn, and we can start pitching spells, and we can play them. I mean, we're just gonna get vigored no matter what, right? Like, there's nothing that's gonna stop us from getting vigored. We don't even have any basics, so if they abrupt the chaos, doesn't really help us. But it does help us play around Wasteland a little bit. Though, if we play a Birgi and then they, like, decide to vigor my jet and my opal, does that really make me happy? I don't know. It does. I mean, it doesn't really seem like we're winning either way. All right, fine. Let's try Birgi. We'll try Birgi, chat. I did it for you. Cast a God of Storytelling. How does that make you feel, opponent? All right. Cool. I pass. I guess I get to F6. Just value. All right. What do you hit off of this, Bob? Bob hits Brainstorm. That's a pretty good one. It's a good one. That's a good one. My list? Opponent's list? If you go to exclamation mark event, then you can find it. I don't know if their list is actually like, you know. I mean, you can do whatever you my list if you just do exclamation mark deck. I mean, you could also find it on there as well. Both of those work. Yeah. Mm-hmm. In the cardboard live thing. If you click on the little button. I don't know if you're on a mobile or not. All right. We're at the very whim of our opponent here. Whatever they decide to do is law. Chances I do not get oofed. Come on now. When have I not gotten oofed? Well, the problem is, even the Pyroblast decks aren't like a crazy good matchup because they still play Force of Will and Force of Negation. Like, our deck is it's all in. You present it, you put it on the table, and you say, "Can you beat it?" And sometimes they say, "Yeah." Oh, look at that! Played around that. Played around that. Hell yeah. Time walk. Okay, no, this is fine. All right, no. We played around this. Okay, we have a chance. We have a chance. We have a chance. I played around that one real nice. Do you have vigor though? I think they definitely have vigor. They're gonna vigor. Yeah. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. So these just go, and then we still have workshop into key. That's. I need to draw an artifact here. Perfect. That's net 0 mana, right? I think I just went infinite. All right, so key. And then... No, I'm 1 mana short of Helm, right? So, but I still have top draw cards, so I think it's fine. No. We're short. We're 1 mana short currently. We're currently 1 mana short. So what we do have is a key and a top, which is pretty good. So we have the ability to... Oh, okay, never mind. Opponent has Treasure Cruise, Force of Will. Okay, so we lost. That's quite unfortunate for us. All right, well, next turn we have to draw a artifact again. And they have to not draw anything good. All right, well. That is kind of what happens when they do the drawing of the cards. All right, I hit a Lotus. That's not a... Okay, a Lotus is not a bad, because a Lotus is not a draw spell or a Collector Roof. So... Though it does let them hard cast a Vigor if the second card they drew was a Vigor, which would be sad. Yeah, I tried to put the key first, but they still forced the top correctly. Okay, yeah, you got a Black Lotus. And... You draw your other Delve spell? No way. No way. No way. No, it's a Dark Confidant. Okay, all right, this is fine. This is okay. Okay, this is our turn, chat. This is our turn. This is the turn. I'm looking for... Well, I guess a Mox Opal doesn't really do it because it just gives us a horn. And then they get to draw 3 cards. So what we really want is... a top, I guess? We do have 3 more tops. Yeah, that's not the one. That's not the one. All right, well, they get to draw 3 cards with their Dark Confidant. I mean, we had a lot of good draws. Oh, Duress is fine. Assassin's Trophy is more of a problem. Duress sees nothing, I think. Probably. I'm not 100% sure. Assassin's Trophy on either the Workshop or the Birgi is going to be painful. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to kill the Birgi because I think they'll just kill the Workshop. Yeah, we needed to draw a... it just doesn't seem like a game we were going to win, right? They had Vigor and turn 1 Bob, so we're just getting outdrawn by the Bobs. Yeah. Yeah, I figured they would go for the Workshop. It makes the most sense. Okay, and a Goyf, so they start clocking. Okay, Black Lotus is good. Yeah, they had Vigor, Force of Will, and Bob. You know, Force of Vigor, really fair card. I'm really happy it exists. All right, they're coming in. I mean, I don't think I'm supposed to let them have two Bobs, to be honest. So, I don't really think I'm close enough where the Bobs are gonna kill my opponent. So, yeah, that's pretty good. I think I'm supposed to hold that though, because it's gonna be an additional mana. This puts us up to Birgi mana, but not up to Horn mana. So I think if I just hold this, it's better. Obviously, if they continue drawing Duresses, it'll make me look silly, but... Oko? What am I supposed to do? How about you draw a goddamn land? Fuck. They drew 0 lands in the first 4 turns of the game, drawing 3 cards a turn. I think they should probably just, like, hit key. No, hitting Birgi's probably correct. All right, now I think we're, like, very dead, unfortunately. They can most certainly cast Oko. That's right, Shaman, the 1-mana Planeswalker that does it all. Good luck. May you avoid Collector Roofs and Archons and Vigors. Gonna need it. You're not really allowed to have fun. This is a no fun zone. Yeah, I don't really see us winning this game now. I don't really know, like, even if Oko turns off something that's not Birgi, like, it just puts us further away. They know we have more Birgis in hand, so maybe they, like, hit Opal, I don't know. We had shots. We had opportunities. They chose to not cast Oko. Instead, they cast the demonic tutor that they also drew. Come on. They drew 0 lands. They're 18 cards deep into their deck, and they've drawn 0 lands this game. Who does this? They might go for Force of Vigor and kill Jet and Key. I mean, they should probably just go Collector Oof, right? I don't know. I think they should have cast Oko, to be perfectly honest. I can't imagine that Demonic Tutoring here is correct. I think casting Oko, turning off anything is better, but whatever. Force of Will is definitely worse than just playing Oko, I think. Oh, they got Force of Will. I mean, if you're gonna Demonic, I guess getting Force of Will is correct, but I guess I didn't have to play Ruby before casting top, but I don't know, man. This feels like it gives them an opportunity to draw 2 lands and me to win. Like, I think this play is bad. Like, at some point, they have to draw land, right? Here's 1 land. Draw 2 land. If they draw 2 lands this turn, and I draw Workshop, I probably win. Oh, yeah, the Ruby was my only mana. You're right. I had to play the Ruby. This is true. Like, this feels like my opponent, like, this just does not make sense to me. Casting Demonic Tutor there is just a lot worse than casting Oko. Come on, draw 2 lands. Please have drawn 2 lands. Please have drawn 2. That was too much to ask. No! I just can't buy it. I can't buy it. And then we just got a green source instead of a black source? Opponent, you're hurting me. And they hit Collector Oof. This Bob did so much work. You know my hand. Oh, bad. Is there an 8-cost card in their deck? There's no dig through time in their deck. So there's actually no way this Bob can kill them, because the only delve spell they play is Treasure Cruise. Well, that's just perfect deck building, isn't it? I mean, I get to keep my Birgi this way, so I guess I don't know. It doesn't actually matter. It's so irrelevant because I can't beat the Collector Oof. You know we're gonna draw Workshop this turn too, right? Like 1000%. That wouldn't have been good enough. All right, that makes me a little bit happier that would not have been good enough. If they had a dig through time in their deck, I would have just blocked Tarmogoyf and hoped that the Dreadhorde, the Dark Confidant killed them. However, they just don't even have a dig through time in their deck, so I couldn't even go for that line. Yeah, I don't know. That one feels real rough, to be honest. Didn't seem like a very strong matchup to begin with, and then the drawing on both sides of the table did not exactly pan out in a way which we were going to be able to win. Unfortunate. Okay, round 2 of the this is a hand. Whew, of the Mythic Society Weekly event. We're playing against Sporks, who is on mono white aggro. The main card that we are worried about are 4 Archons. They kind of kill the shit out of our deck. Also have to be wary of 4 Relic Warders. Thalia we can play through pretty fine. Spirit is actually pretty good against our top stuff. And Revoker is obviously good against all of our things. Or Path to Exile in the main deck, huh? Is that 4 Angel's Grace in the sideboard? Wow. All right, this is a techie list. It's a very techie list. Let's see what happens. All right. Okay. Yeah, this is good. As long as opponent doesn't go Black Lotus, Archon of Emeria, we're gonna be in a good place. Yeah, I think if we die, if we kill opponent on turn 1, we're gonna be in a good place. But if opponent does anything, we probably die. That's pretty annoying. Yeah, that's an annoying. That turns off our immortal sun. You know. All right, how do we do this? How do we do this? How do we do this? So, workshop, mana vault, petal, lotus, opal, and then horn, and then we just have to hope our horn's pretty good. Is there any way we can deploy a sun first? Not really. Also, sun's not ideal with this out. So, all right, workshop, mana vault. Let's just start with Lotus and Opal. And then that way we can have more cards in our hand to pitch. Make sure we use our artifact only mana. All right, we have a horn. Horn discards Spire. Defense grid, we don't care about. Key is pretty good here. So if we play a key, if we use our Lotus, play a key, untap a mana vault. So this is going to go down to 2 mana, untap 5 mana. No sun still. We don't have to do this right now as well. We can wait. So I think what we're going to do is just discard the sun and see if we can't hit some better action. We hit land, so that's no good. I guess we can just discard this petal and see if we can find something that's more useful. Our first 4 cards weren't particularly powerful. Okay, those are cards that are particularly powerful. All right, so there's a key, a burning wish. Okay, so if we cast burning wish, we could balance. Pretty fun. I know we can't balance. We don't have the mana to balance. That's unfortunate. If we made white mana and then we played a key, and then we untapped the opal, that would be 1 mana short, right? So that wouldn't work. We can just play a Mystic Forge. If we're gonna just play a Mystic Forge, we're probably better off going key, untap mana vault, play Mystic Forge, which gives us 1 extra floating mana. We could, unfortunately, the Burning Wish. I could just Grape Shot the Spirit. I could Shattering Spree the Sapphire, the Sphere. Sorry, the Pearl. None of those were the right words. Because I only have 1 color of mana, I can really only do like Grape Shot or Spree. And because I'm short on mana, I guess I technically could go crack red. I could definitely wheel here, but wheeling against the Spirit of the Labyrinth is a little rough. We would lose our hand and not draw any cards, and they would lose their hand and draw 1 card. Fragmentize is, yeah, theoretically possible with key. I don't really think that Fragmentize is like the way we want to go here, though. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so we could use Opal to play Fragmentize or Shattering Spree, but not, or Deathmark, but not Balance. So we're probably just supposed to put the Forge into play. And if we're gonna do the Forge into play, what we want to do is play the key first and use it to untap our vault. That way we have an additional mana to use off of the Forge. Yeah, for sure. Obviously we can't play that card. I think there's like enough Moxen in our deck that it's very worth it to get rid of that. Top is a decent one, but obviously pairs pretty poorly against Spirit. And we're gonna draw a Burning Wish next turn. So hopefully when we get to our next turn here, we're gonna have enough mana that we can balance, but I'm not super hopeful. Maybe we have to just Burning Wish for balance and then balance on the next turn. We'll have to see. Strip mine on my workshop. That's not a huge problem. And a second spirit. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Obviously, we can't use our top shenanigans, and we actually don't have a lot of mana right now because we don't have that much Moxen, but maybe we'll find some Moxen off of our Forge. We also can just discard this Burning Wish. Oh, that's a card. How do I cast this? I do want that card. So if I discard my Burning Wish, I can put the Time Vault into exile, and then if I hit like a workshop, I can cast it and win. I kind of think that's pretty worthwhile. Well, I can't cast anything right now. Well, I can cast it right now. I can just go. I could just untap and play it. That's pretty reasonable as well. It is a little bit of a high roll, I guess, if we were to try to go for the horn play. But I guess the horn play is not a high roll because we could still cast it anyways. So I think I'm actually, like, these things currently aren't limiting me a ton. Like, they stop me from going crazy. But I think between Forge and Horn, we should have, like, a lot of action. So I think I'm going to try to, I don't know if this is right, but I'm going to discard this. Yeah. So this worked out really well. Yeah, so that worked out exactly how I thought it would work out, which is we just play all of the cards and then take all the turns. Yeah, we have a lot of Mox in our deck, so woo baby. We couldn't even use the top plan, but obviously Mystic Forge and Horn of are very strong, so yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to see. However, we got probably very lucky that opponent didn't have an Archon. We just probably died to Archon. All right. So opponent, let's take a quick gander at what Spork's got going on again here. Probably not bringing in Angel's Grace. Probably not bringing in Leyline. 2 Kataki, 2 Needle, and a Stony Silence too. Okay. 14 Plains, 4 Wasteland, 1 Strip Mine. A full set of Moxen, but no Mana Crypt. It's a very interesting list. Very interesting list. Feels like someone who's just coming over to Vintage and, you know, changing up some kind of mono white Hate Bears deck that they might own in another format. The tech that they're running is not like bad. Like our Archon is obviously a fantastic choice. For Containment Priest in the main deck versus the current metagame is not unreasonable. Relic Warder is a way to actually help this deck beat the artifact decks. So like the choices that they're making with their cards are not bad. Even nowadays with mothers are better than they used to be. But for there are some weird things going on. Yeah, I think for the most part we're just gonna have to hope that I didn't want to close that. We're gonna kind of have to hope that we just don't get locked out. Is this the same as Thraben's video? I thought Thraben's list looked different. It might be the same. I didn't actually look at the list in Phil's deck. Yeah, so the big thing here is I don't actually think I want to board in like the Death Mark and the Balance because I think I want to be able to Burning Wish for them because there are like there more ways for me to Burning Wish than the other one. The question becomes like, do I want to put a Blightsteel in my deck? And I think the answer is probably yes, seeing as these defense grids are pretty bad. So maybe we do want to just bring in like Fragmentize and Death Mark and just leave the Balance as our Burning Wish target. This at least kills the Spirit as well. Kills the Stony Silence. So I think it's if we bring this one in, maybe it's better to bring in one of the artifact remove. No, they don't actually play artifacts. This is probably fine. I think leaving the Balance as our big main Burning Wish target is probably good enough. Try this. Yeah. I don't know what Phil's list ended up looking like. I think they all the mono white. I mean, even if you look at the mono white list, like this list is quite different than they played a mono white mirror in round 1, and I think this list is quite different. So, this hand just does not have enough mana. Mulligan it. This hand has enough mana, and yeah, I think it's probably worth keeping on the back of Burning Wish for Balance. I think. The question ends up becoming, do I mulligan? What do I mulligan away? Mulliganing away a land against the 4 Wasteland deck is a little sus. But I feel like we don't have enough mana if we don't use the other stuff. Oh, I mean, I theoretically don't need a key. I could... Well, the Moxes are important because the Moxes let us Burning Wish and cast Balance on the same turn. I'd like to be able to cast Balance on their first play, and they also let us play through Thalia. So I don't need the key, but I kind of have to pitch it, I think. So I think having the second land is more important. The Moxes are very important here. I don't think you can pitch either. I don't think you can pitch any of these mana sources, so it was really between a key and a Spire. And I think the Spire is more important. Okay, Mox. Archon? And they could have a Wasteland backup plan? Jeez. Okay. That's, yeah, that like I said, Archon is very good against exactly what we want to be doing. If we get Wastelanded here, we do feel bad about life. Thalia, I mean, that also makes me feel pretty bad, but at least I can still cast a Mox. Why did I not play a Mox? I don't know. I should have played. I don't know why I didn't play a Mox. Should have played a Mox. Oh, I don't know why. Mox would have let us cast a Mana Vault this turn or another Moxen. Yeah, I think opponent is going to die. Very bad this game. If I balance, I do lose all of my lands, but I should be able to tinker right after, I think. So I'm going to just play out this workshop, and I'm going to Burning Wish, I think. Yeah, I do wish I played a Mox on turn 1. That would have been pretty good. Burning Wish. Yeah, I think it's time to get the Burning Wish. Depending on how many cards they play from, they can't really play too many cards out of their hand because of their own Archon. Part of this is symmetrical at the very least. So if they play nothing, it means we keep most of our hand. That's going to be pretty good. If they play a Wasteland on one of these, then we don't have... yeah, okay, so... I'm only going to lose a couple cards in my hand. White... Balance... Actually, we just jam a Karn, right? Sack all my lands, yes. Choose 4 cards in your hand. So if I go... I can choose Opal, Mana Vault, and play a Karn, and then lock them out of the game, and then Tinker on the next turn. I can't Tinker on the next turn, right? Because I'll only have 2 mana. But... to my Karn sideboard. It's probably fine. I think just locking them out of spells is probably more important. I mean, I could just Tinker a Blightsteel, and then they have to have a Path to Exile. Yeah, I have 3 floating artifact mana, so I just cast Mana Vault, Mox Opal, Karn. Alright, Slasher, you just came back from 10 minutes, and you just said some... You're done. You come back again. Workshop can't cast Karn, but I have 3 floating artifact mana from the last workshop. So I use my Mana Vault, which is 3 mana, my Emerald, which is 1 mana. And I can just or my Opal, which is 1 mana. Sorry, not my Emerald. Yeah, I don't really think I'm supposed to go for Blightsteel. I think I'm supposed to go keep Mana Vault, keep Opal, keep Tinker, keep Karn. I kind of agree. I don't know what chat's on about. Mana Vault. This. Karn. I'm just gonna kill one of their things. Oops. What'd they oops about? Did they have an answer? I don't remember there being answers in their deck. Did they have traps? I think they had traps. Maybe they had Path to Exile on their own creature. That would have given me a land, though. I don't know what they're oopsing about. Maybe just the fact that this is really good. All right, we don't get to put a Blightsteel into play unless we draw mana uh, of a different kind. This could let us do... We're short on Lattice. They don't have a Mindbreak Trap in their sideboard, so... I guess we can just Lantern and draw. I love having Lantern in my Karn board for exactly this reason. I am at 4. That is a true statement. All right, I can cast that next turn as well. I hope I die to my Vault in 4 turns, honestly. Strip Mine. All right, well, rest in peace, Workshop. E? Oh, wait a second. That's the one. All right, I can't tinker this turn, but I can at least untap my... Well, hold on. Is there a way I can tinker this turn? I don't have any artifact mana in my sideboard here. Go off things, I guess. I was supposed to play Containment Priest in response to Karn. Yeah, that would have killed me. No, just a Burning Wish. Yeah, okay, yeah, I would have died. I would have straight up died. But I also would be glad that I didn't tinker and have my tinker get Containment Priest. That would have also been a problem. Yeah, I would have just straight up died to a Containment Priest. I mean, I also would have been able to balance earlier if I had just played my Moxen correctly, right? I don't know if that actually speeds up the clock or not, but I would have had another Moxen, so probably would have been better. All right, round 3, Mythic Society Weekly. We have the unfortunate circumstance of having to play against Bant Archon. 4 Archon, 2 Collector Oof, a Hull Reacher, 2 Lavinia, a Meddling Mage, 2 Oko, combined with 2 Dazes, 4 Forces. Sideboard an additional Oof, 4 Energy Flux, because, you know, the matchup wasn't good enough already. So yeah. We're gonna have to throw on our Lucky Pants and hope that our turn 1 kills are good. Well, I kind of think this is a keep. Obviously, it has some issues, but I think it's pretty fine. Did you just type in 1 and it did 2? Oh no, someone else typed it in. Never mind. So opponent is actually on 0 Force of Negation in the main, so I'm just gonna slam this Ancestral on my turn and hope we can hit some more mana. The cool part about this hand is I do have Ancestral into Demonic. Oh, that just resolves. Okay, alright, okay. We don't really... The LED doesn't really give us plays here. I'm definitely gonna play it before they can play like a Lavinia. Do they have Misstep? No, if they had Misstep, they would have hit Recall. They don't have any Mindbreak Traps in the main. I don't know what we're pausing for. Not drawing any fast mana is indeed sad. Hopefully we don't get like Collector Roofed or anything. Bluffing after letting recall resolve is interesting, I would think. So we do have not much actually, huh? All right, well, yeah, yeah. So what do we have? What can we do? I feel like we don't have much of anything happening here. All right, what do you? Okay, that's not a collector roof. So they could have Flusterstorm, Daze, Swords. Kind of really it. See what we draw first. Oh. I think we are going with Andy's line. I don't really think we care too much about the other cards in our hand. I like going Time Vault, like Demonic. We get to play around Fluster because we have. No, we don't get to play around Fluster, right? One spell, two spells. We can beat Fluster, but we can't beat Fluster Daze. Yeah, no, I think it's the best line. Like, I don't think this Karn is like super good, and the Wish is only medium anyways. We could DT for grid, but opponent could. I don't really like it very much. Opponent didn't show us Force of Will on their opening hand. They've only drawn 2 cards. I kind of think that I'm gonna play Time Vault. Like, we don't rebuild terribly having a top in play, and we're only losing Karn Wish, which I don't really think are the biggest deals. Cast Demonic Tutor, activate for. Does it matter? If this gets countered and then I spin my top, is there any combination of colors which I care about? Blue mana, I think, in case I draw Time Walk. I guess I can draw another Burning Wish. More likely. All right, do red mana. We're cracking here. Why are we cracking here? You're right. I don't actually need to crack here. Well, yeah, I don't actually need to crack here because I can play. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have cracked. Well, if I want to beat, well, I could still cast key. Yeah, I don't actually technically have to crack here. You are right. I don't know. I thought I had to, but I don't really have to. Kind of weird. Yeah, I have thought about Wishclaw Talisman. It's pretty good with the number of keys I have. They did draw Force of Will. Wow. Okay. Pretty good. They did have Flusterstorm as well. So they chose to not Flusterstorm, even though, because I can pay for Flusterstorm. They have 3 cards left in hand. E? Ooh, why are my tops just... My tops have not been happy with me today. My tops have not been thrilled. Yeah, so I could still have had Burning Wish, Karn, and Spire in my hand if I had played this correctly. Which is obviously pretty unfortunate. I mean, this is my own fault. I cracked, but I didn't actually need to crack. I'm really bad with LED. I don't know why. I guess I just haven't played much with it, but I make a lot of mistakes with LED. Unfortunate that we have just like 0 relevant cards in our top 3 as well, but that's just Magic. I might look to skip a turn if they don't play like an oof here. This is an Archon. Yeah, I'm gonna just buffer a turn, I think. I mean, I think going in on Demonic Tutor was fine. It just seems like I actually didn't need to play my activate my LED. So that was the only real problem with that line. Really? Well, opponent's pretty good, I guess. So do I actually get 2 turns now, or like how does this actually work? I just like I'm just so dead. I'm like just so unreasonably dead. I mean, we made the play and they drew the Force of Will, right? So what we're gonna do, I guess. Follow up Lavinia. I also ordered this in a way where I don't get my gemstone mine until my 3rd card down, which is maybe a misplay, but what's a guy gonna do? Play better? I mean, we would still have to go through all of our cards anyways, so it doesn't actually change anything. Now a Lavinia? Wait, why didn't we play the Lavinia before? Very confused. Even drawing Burning Wish into balance is going to be quite a challenge, seeing as we need an additional mana source that casts spells. Yeah, I don't know. This matchup is atrocious. We kind of needed them not to draw Force of Will on their first turn of the game, and they drew Force of Will, so. They also drew one of their 2 oofs and 2 Lavinias, right? Yeah. Yeah. This matchup is so fucking unplayable. It makes me really sad because this is like one of the more popular decks in leagues right now, and I just like cannot play the Birgi deck that I want to play in leagues because I just get utterly demolished every like 2 matches. Yeah, now I can't even wish into balance, so. How did the Bant deck become a thing? Because it has a 58% win rate. Yeah, it's fucking atrocious. It doesn't even get better. Like, they have 4 energy flux in their sideboard and an additional oof. I just can never win. How do I ever beat 4 energy flux? Like, I can't even realistically board in. I mean, like, Blightsteel's realistically not even very good against them. Because I can beat it. Yeah. 58% is around the highest in Vintage right now. Like, this is only with 7,000 matches of data and only for January, but it's the highest performing deck in January, which is saying something. The other strong decks are around 54%. You can't, like, it's hard to turn one of them if they just have Forcible, right? I mean, you can look, I have the data. 6,000 matches, sorry, not 7,000 matches. I hope I didn't give you edit. Yeah, I mean, I think, like, the idea of playing, like, a Tarmogoyf Archon oof deck is pretty boring, but, you know, Magic is not always about having fun. Winning is important, and it certainly helps win against decks like mine, so. Uh, Yeah, I don't have any water on me. Okay, so if I go Spire, Crypt, Opal, Diamond, Demonic. I mean, I can like tinker or something, right? So Aaron, you're free to time him out for as much time as you'd like. It's already been timed out 3 times today. There you go. All right. Opal, LED, Mana Crypt. So the question becomes, am I supposed to like crack this LED? And I don't think the answer is yes. I can play a tinker here without cracking my LED. Obviously, I could go for a different spell and thus could use my LED, but I don't really see a reason to. Oh, I can't play a tinker. What the fuck? Oh, I screwed up. I definitely no, I can. I have 1, 2, 3. Sorry. Yeah, I can play a tinker here, so I'm going to. Um, Question becomes, what am I tinkering? I think I'm tinkering away a. I feel like tinkering away LED is just fine, right? It's kind of narrow card. Obviously, I lose my opal mana, but I think it's fine. All right, got a Force of Will. Yep, of course they do. Why wouldn't they? It's not like they play like 2 negations like our round 1 opponent. They just play 4 Force of Will. Mold to 6 to get some. All right. Well, we have nothing else going for us here. Kind of need to draw powerful spells, I guess. A good one. Huh. I like the idea of wishing for Yogwill. I'm just feeling like we're gonna get Collector Roofed. But I don't really think I have a choice, right? I just have to hope they don't have it. Say they have, if they have Oof, or if they have Lavinia, I just lose on the spot, right? I mean, I could balance their hand away, but are they a better deck at top decking than we are? I guess they're not. Maybe we should just balance their hand away. I feel like I'm going to. I feel like we can out top deck them. It's not like they were like a preordained deck or anything. All right, sweet. I would like to keep my Spire. Goodbye to your hand, opponent. You've been twisted. All right, they had Lavinia and Energy Flux and Land. So that looks like it worked out pretty well for us because we would have gotten wrecked if we had gone for Yogwill. All right. That makes me happy, though we do have an active Mana Crypt, an inactive Opal, and no extra stuff. So we do have to top deck better than our opponent, which has not been exactly the case tonight, so we'll have to see. Definitely playing this before they draw their second Lavinia. We do have 5 mana now, which is a good number of mana. Also of every color. They drew a Wasteland. Are they going to Wasteland me, or are they going to hold for Archon? I think I would consider holding for Archon draws. It's kind of close, though. Okay, what do we draw? We drew a Grim Monolith. Okay, we got a Grim Monolith. Put it in play. Where they living at me. Okay, what do you got? Nothing. Okay, nothing is good. I like nothing. We did lose another flip. I'm going to hold this one because if I draw a Horn, I want to be able to pitch it. All right, what do you got? Oh, green. Noble Hierarch. Tarmogoyf. Uh-oh. I lost another flip, chat. Can I have a spell? Oh, no, I'm not allowed to have a spell, chat. All right. Well, we did not top deck better than our opponent, unfortunately. All right, this is our last draw. I lost another flip. Can I please? Can I please have spell? A spell? Non-mana producing spell? Please? I just want to play Magic. I hate this game. I just want to play. Let me fucking play. I just want to play. I had the opportunity. They didn't have an Archon. They didn't have anything. I'm deck. Why? Deck? No. All right, maybe we don't top deck better than our opponent. To be fair, we only had like, I don't know, like that many? We had like that many? We already used Tinker. We had like 18 hits. I had the next 7 cards, Tim, were all lands and mana sources. Kill me. All right, chat. We've made it to the final round. We finally found something that we can attack. We're playing against Kaldheim, who's got an Amulet of Vigor deck. However, Kaldheim did fit a Collector Roof in here, and there is a Green Sun Zenith, so we could get wrecked by that. However, Karn's pretty good against us as well. But 4 Force of Will in the sideboard. Where are the blue spells? How do you get... Whatever. It's a brew. It's a spicy meatball. Let's do our best. Yeah. That was not our best. Let's try again. Let's think. Bottom of Opal. And I play LED, Opal, E. And then I pass. And then on the next turn, I can play a Karn. Is that gonna be good enough? Kind of feels like we should be pushing for a better hand with our opponent doesn't have forcible advantage. A mulligan. No, I cannot turn 1 Karn. My opals do not have Metalcraft until I play a spell. If I play the key. This one's better. I'm just gonna wheel them. Wheel them and deal them. Key's gonna go. And top is gonna go. And I'm just gonna go for a turn 2 wheel. I think it's my plan. Guess I could have gotten Mind Break, Mental Misstep there, and I would have been sad, but whatever. It's too bad that I guess I don't have enough mana anyways. Burning Wish. I'm just gonna get a Wheel of Fortune, and we're gonna see if our opponent kills us on turn 1, I guess. Their sideboard does have a bunch of stuff with the things. There's Preordains in this deck? Huh. Alright. Taiga. Yeah. Okay. Your Tiger resolves. Okay, it's time, chat. I think I'm gonna hold this land in my hand. I think there's more upside to maybe hitting like a Workshop or a Tolarian Academy. I of course hit no lands. That's how you know it was the right play. Let's think about this now. I have all kinds of we got their Karn away. Very nice. Let's think about this. Can I take infinite turns? Grim Monolith is 3 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana, 6 mana, 7 mana. I don't have a black source, I guess. I could theoretically just play some of these artifacts out and Twisty again. Or I could just play out a Forge and probably try to go off that way. A lot of options here. There's a lot of options here. I have a lot of mana. I'm pretty sure it's correct to just slam a Forge. I don't know. It's a pretty good Twister, actually. Like, I can even go key and untap here for additional. I guess I could theoretically go. Let's think about this here. If I use the problem with using my key to untap my opal is that I can't use my key to time vaults. I mean, Forge is definitely one of my best hits, right? I think we're just supposed to Forge. I can't play any lands off. I guess I can use top to play a land off Forge. I feel like Matt would Twister here, though. I feel like Matt would Twister. Forge uses so much of our mana. I'm gonna try twisting, I think. Very nice. Ah, beautiful. What do I want to do? All the things? I guess we'll start with Forge now. Anything in our current board? Wait, can we get to 10 mana? Hold on. So 4 mana, 5 mana. Okay, so this is 3, 6. Yeah, we should have enough. It is lame, but it is also gaming. Thank you for playing, opponent. Have a nice day. A solid turn 2. Open decklist, baby. Jam, 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 jam. All right, we're not allowed to do that in our next game because opponent is bringing in 4 Force of Will, Trinisphere. I guess that's not that big a deal. Do I sideboard cards? I don't think I don't care. Like, it's really, am I really playing as a trap deck? I don't really feel like, I guess it's not. So it's, if opponent went turn 1, went like Fast Bond, Amulet, Titan, I guess I would want to trap. Maybe this is a trap deck. What if we just yeah. Yeah, I think we will I think we will bring in traps. I don't actually know if this is a deck we're supposed to bring traps against, but that's the plan. That's the plan. This has been a short stream, huh? Hour 40. This is huh. I mean, I think I'm supposed to keep this hand. It's a little awkward, but I think it's fine. Could use a little help off the top, but there are some pretty good draws. All right, so this is what I was talking about with Emerald Fast Bond. Hopefully I don't play Collector Roof, I guess. No, they named Oofy. They named Oofy. All right, well, that's interesting. So I could just play a Birgi and then go for the twisties on the next turn, but I guess playing a Birgi and going for the twisties does make it easier for us to cast a balance. I think it makes the most sense, to be honest. I don't think going for horn is the best line. I think this is correct. Oh, they're just gonna force it? Okay. Well, that means, I mean, I guess if they have Oof as their last card, it's kind of annoying, but we can still vamp for our wish. Okay, they don't even have Oof as the last card. In that case, I'm just going to vamp for Vault Key and murder my opponent. Unless you have a misstep. Had a misstep. Feel like as though, even though it's not ideal for us, I think doing the twist is the line. It's definitely not ideal, but twisties. Let's go. What do we got? Oh, this sucks. Yo, what's up, Lawrence? How you doing? I'm dying now. What the hell? I can't even mute it. Lawrence is killing me. Ugh, okay, all right. This looks bad. Okay, all right. We've composed ourselves probably. All right, we need to see something. We need to feel something. We need something. Something. Survey says. God, I just wanted something, please. Yeah. We've only had good cards on top, so I feel that. I feel that. Let's draw into. Let's just keep casting cards. What's the worst that could happen? All right. Well, that twister did not go like the last wheel. However, we have successfully made a storm count that doesn't do anything. So, that's always fun. Wait. I can put in hard cast Mindbreak Trap now. Right? There's an opal on top, right? Big brain. Biggest brain. That's just good deck building. All right, they have 8 cards in hand and a fast bond in play. I'm sure this twister is not going to end poorly. What a jerk. Ooh, Wastelands. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you got a volcanic. Okay, what else you got? Yeah, that resolves. Doesn't even want this blue mana to go away. No fear. Okay, all right, okay. Yeah. Whoa, their twister was worse than ours. How is this possible? Is it actually possible that their twister was worse than ours? I'm so impressed. That's incredible. It's astonishing. Astonishing? Ooh. All right, what do you got for me? They do have hard cast Force of Will off of Cavern Emerald. So I guess that is something that we do need to acknowledge is existing, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna play a top. Maybe they'll force my top, thinking I don't have another top, but I always have another top. No, don't have another top. All right, take a look, see, and what do we got? This is a problem. Why have my top 3 cards never been good? I'm aware. Thank you for that insight, Slasher. Welcome back. I'm just gonna cast a bunch of Sensei stops. Let's use this. Take another look. We went a little deeper and we found a defense grid. I mean, it's not unplayable, but oh, I have many a top. Many a top. Good deck building. You came here for high-powered Magic the Gathering, and this is what we've brought you. This is definitely less powerful than whatever's happening in Modern right now with those trickeries. All right. So first things first. Don't care. I'll take the damage. I don't care. I'll take the damage. First things first. We're gonna do the top trick here. Top trick. I mean, we are drawing 2 cards a turn, so it's pretty bad, Canister. Pretty bad. It's been a rough night, let me tell you. Opponents have been aggressively hateful. Very aggressively hateful. I don't know what I did to make them mad. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if I play this defense grid, they will no longer be able to hard cast Force of Will. Haha, outplayed. Got him. All right, now let's look at our top 3 and find something useful. Aha, those are useful. All right, now what's the best play? What is the best play? How much mana do I have? I have enough to cast Karn and play a 5 mana artifact. But I don't. Oh, what about an Immortal Sun? What if I get an Immortal Sun? This is all Planeswalkers? Seems bad. Never mind. Let's not get an Immortal Sun. I could get an LED, and it's only 1 mana to play Karn. It's something we could do here. We could also just draw into this Burning Wish and cast another wheel. Another wheel? Can we loop tops and grape shot them? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It seems kind of lame, though. Hold on. Let's count the manas. That mana, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not enough. It's not enough. We should wheel again. No, I don't think we're supposed to wheel again. That is not the play. We could balance our opponent. That would be kind of fun. Then we lose. We could just balance our opponent. It's just not very good, right? Balance is fine. Just get the stupid Karn. Now I don't have Hardcast Mindbreak Trap up, chat. This was a mistake. This was clearly a mistake. I'm going to stand up my defense grid. Whatever, I'm done. I want to hardcast a Blightsteel instead. Fine. I guess that's fine. 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 Yeah, I think Andy posted a Ravager. Someone posted a Ravager list that had no rods or something. So. Wait, take a second. Yeah, so this deck, as you can see, has some issues with permanent based hate and spell based hate, and any cards that remotely, blows softly in its ear. It's fun though. You get to cast a lot of spells and take a lot of game actions, which is something I do enjoy. So I'll probably keep playing it on the side. I don't think I'm gonna play it in like important events or anything crazy in the future, but this card is obviously incredibly powerful on both halves, actually, and I think it's definitely worth building around and playing around, and I think you can make some powerful decks out of it. And I'm sure that you could always play something like this, especially if like the number of collector roofs and archons that are present in the metagame diminish. The deck obviously gets a lot better. I do think that the Immortal Sun has to go, and I do think I want the 4th defense grid. I could obviously put more cards into the main deck that would deal with the problematic hate permanents, like just by playing some lightning bolts or some flame slashes or whatever. But I kind of you really hate to draw the dead cards when you're trying to do the thing. So I kind of like to relegate those to the sideboard. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure if there's anywhere I really want to go with this list. I kind of think I've done the stuff enough, and I've gotten my fair share of Harnfell Horn of bounties for now. The Mana Traders is coming up. The Swiss tournament for the Mana Traders is coming up this weekend, so I do need to try to figure out a reasonable deck to play for that event. I'm thinking about PO. But I'm also thinking about like this Turbo Hydra deck, which I think is pretty interesting. The metagame hasn't really shifted into a way that decks are beating Turbo Hydra into a bunch of counter spells. So it's definitely something to consider. I'm also thinking about PO because the decks are the metagame is kind of shifting away from some of the Pyroblast Flusterstorm decks. Jeskai is obviously on a huge downturn, but I still don't know because this normal PO does still kind of have some problems with Bant Archon, I would think. So I have to do a little bit of testing and see how that is. I don't really enjoy playing like Breach or like the Ren and 6 Uro decks, so that doesn't really leave me with a lot of space. Maybe there's some upside to playing some Ravager, maybe, but I just don't know if it's powerful enough. Clearly it's like strong deck archetype, but when opponents know that you're Ravager, they will mulligan differently, so that's something to consider with Mana Traders being open deck list and all. So that's another reason I don't think I'm going to play Dredge, which I consider doing as well, as I think it's a net negative for Dredge. Obviously, you get to figure out what kind of hate they have post board, which is obviously a strong point. I just think that opponent knowing that they have to mulligan in a certain way in game one gives people a higher upside and chance of winning in game ones versus Dredge. So I don't really think Dredge makes a lot of sense. So I'm looking at like Turbo Hydra lists. I'm looking at Ravager shops, and I'm looking at just like a classic PO deck as well. So I don't really like DPS. I kind of want my deck to have Force of Will in it. That's just usually how I play Vintage. I think you gain quite a lot by having Force of Will in your deck. So obviously Ravager shops being like you're playing spheres instead of Force of Wills, but it's kind of different. So CFT asks what kind of Tinker decks want Sphinx and what kind want Playsteel. Well, it's the same kinds, I think. It depends on like what you're trying to beat, right? It's more metagame dependent than deck dependent, I would think. It depends on like which matchups you're trying to shore up. I mean, I think both Sphinx and Blightsteel both work. If you already have a good shops matchup, then you don't care about the downsides of Sphinx as much. But if you don't have a great shops matchup, then maybe you care more about Blightsteel. If you think the metagame has got a lot of those Ren and 6 decks that can't kill a Sphinx, then it obviously gets a little bit better. Though I think at this point, I think at this point, Sphinx is a little bit played out, where you will obviously still get wins against people who don't have things to beat it, but any player who plays Vintage at least a little bit knows about the Sphinx Tinker, and really, if you're playing a deck that used to lose to Sphinx Tinker, and you're not at least playing some kind of answers to it in your deck, it feels like you're just disrespecting the metagame. It's not that hard to put answers in your deck to Sphinx. And there are plenty of answers, so it's not like you can't beat it, right? So, I mean, Dredge is a little different, I would think, but I mean, decks like Bug and Ren and Six and Hogak and Hollowvine, all of those kind of decks have answers available to them, and they should just be having them. Like the Hogak decks are playing Swords to Plowshares or Deathmark or something. The Bug decks have, we already went over like the a million different answers Bug could have. So, and like the Ren and Six decks, they can also play these cards like Brazen Borrower and those kind of things, or Jace the Mind Sculptor, or the like Brazen Borrower I think is a little bit more reasonable than like Jace the Mind Sculptor in 2020, but there's answers. Like no one should actually be worried about, like, Sphinx resolving obviously is problematic and you do have to find your answer, but like you should never have 0 outs, I think, is one of those decks. Obviously Dredge is annoying. It's annoying for Dredge because Dredge doesn't have a lot of other things going on for it, so doesn't cast spells fairways. 2020, I don't know. Who knows? Either way, I think I'm good here for tonight. I'm not really super interested in playing more Magic at the moment. I think I may stream I won't stream Friday, but I might stream again tomorrow. Maybe we'll do some testing for the mana traders. Maybe we'll play like a league of PO and a league of Hydra and just see how they feel. Maybe we'll play a league of Ravager too. I don't know how fast the leagues will be. I think I'm gonna try to stream again tomorrow night and just put in some testing for Saturday. Yeah, streaming is, I don't know. I've had a hard time wanting to stream recently just because I haven't found a lot of enjoyment in playing leagues. It was kind of nice when we had the Mana Traders Swiss, or the qualifiers, which made me feel, I don't know, I just enjoyed playing it more. But I will have to do a bunch of modern streaming at some point to prep for the mocks. We'll have to see what happens. We'll see. We'll see. It's tough sometimes to get out of the, coding for 8 to 10 hours and then hop on and be energetic and streamy. So we'll see what happens. Anyways,